Okay, so it's very annoying for them that EDS was confused. They got command confusion there on Elias. So Kronström's wing is a bit confused about what to do because Elias brigade is sort of standing in the way for everything. But I think actually these guys should probably go ahead and try to move up here. So I'm gonna start with that. I'll move the command leader Halkett with them. So 1, and now they want to go 2 here. So broken is also just 1 movement point. So when they move into this second hex, this cannon can now open fire, opportunity fire, because they're leaving the third hex. So this one has already fired 2 times. So we get they get a plus minus 10 on the effect die roll, and they have a firepower of 2. 3 hex range on a 12-pounder is times 10, so it's 20, and the defense value of broken. So, well, I guess then they will fire at this one actually. They'll fire at this hex because it's not broken. So they get a 2-to-1. They're all 17, so I'm quite sure there's no effect. So that was 1, and that was for moving in 2. And now he has fired 3 times. So you can remove this finished marker. Or actually I'll place it. So that was 1, 2, 3, and when they're doing that movement they can fire again 2 hexes range. I rolled 30, which I assume is also quite useless. 30 minus 15 on the... This is 1.5 to 1 in this case because they're both in broken. They don't have any of the positive modifiers, so I think there's no effect again for the artillery fire there. So they just move up. So that was 1, 2, 3 movement points to go up, to get up there. Okay, so now we can move these 2 other battalions from Halkett's brigade, and now the cannon actually does not have line of sight. Oh, this one should have now hit fire 4 times. One, 2, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Yes, disorder check. 57, that should be fine. Even though these units are not excellent, I think 55, 57 is enough. And this one, this artillery over here has this field of this firing arc, so if we can just move outside of that, we're fine. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, or now we're inside the firing arc, the 4, 5. Let's go for disorder check. 73, they're fine. Okay, the Dutch are getting into contact. Was there anything more on the... Yeah, we should move these ones too. Kronström. We'll just move him later. Remember that we have... Should move him, and then... Salis, I guess... They will just move up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now let's see, this was high command range 4, so 1, 2. If we put him here, he's out of command from Valdek now, I guess. Should at least be here, and then we have a path we can trace from Valdek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three. And now we're up here. So I'm seeing, can I trace to Valdek now? Halkett. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we can move Valdek up now, actually. Let's do that. So we can put Kronström here. We have command for Halkett, and then we can move Valdek up. And now we can trace it through the road. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Question is where we can trace to all of these guys. That's the wing leader. And this is the wing leader. No. This Kronström. Yes, of course. Yeah, so the wing leaders are here. We have Schwarzenberg, Hess, Philipsdal, and Kronström. So yeah, that should be fine. So now they're all activated here. And we roll for initiative again. Oh, actually, yes, sorry. Should they charge? Should these guys try to close combat here? Now, they probably should, because there's not much point in these guys standing here and firing, trying to fire through the entrenchments there. So I think they will try to. They have to try and close combat here. On second thought, I think I will actually wait with the close combat. So if we're lucky and the Dutch get another activation before the French, then they can actually move up something like this, and then we get a supported line here, which improves the morale for the morale checks. And now we're spread up in 2 hexes, so if we succeed and actually do the close combat, these two will have to attack both of these stacks at the same time, which would be amazing if they succeed, because they will take out the guns, but they probably won't. So I think it might be worth waiting another activation. They have already finished now, and if we're lucky and get the first activation next turn, they will fire. They will be able to do this, and then if the French get the activation first, they will of course fire and probably break these. But then on the other hand, we do have more units that can move up. So I'm not sure that we should actually do the close combat now. And so let's see, they have 7 strength points. The French have 7 plus 6 here. And these, I guess, would be They would be enfiladed, but I can see both. I can see going both ways. Just waiting and hoping to get a better shot next turn, but maybe we should just trying to maybe even get some disorder on these. Nah, they will try to do the close combat. So these guys will close combat. Now Halkett's Musketeers have 36 in efficiency rating, and we have to roll, and we get -4 modifier on the pre-close combat morale check. And they're all 74, so they definitely make the pre-close combat morale check. I don't think there are any drastic modifiers at place this. Okay, now we roll for the defender morale, and because they're behind this minor field work, they have, I think they use the artillery one actually. Yeah, -6 additional. So with the leader, they're down to 10 in morale. And 10 in efficiency, okay. And I think they needed that. So they make 22, they succeed with defender. And they also have to I think these guys also have to do that. Let me double check if you can use the artillery morale for this. No, so actually if artillery and infantry are stacked together in close combat, you need to use the topmost infantry units. So 27 -6 for the fieldworks, that's 21. So even without using the leader, they pass. I'll just leave them around here. Okay, now these guys must also make a morale check. And they definitely fail. 13. So this stack is now shaken. Okay, so now we get to the defensive fire. This gun will contribute 20. And they can fire out with 4. So 4 times 3, I think it is. Yeah, so it's 12, so 32. 32 firepower. And they will target this hex, which is in clear terrain, so 3 to 1. Now, they have... The gun has already fired twice, so on average this stack has +10 on their fire, so +10. They also are firing on a small target size, so it's down to +5 because it's only 3 SPs in this hex. I think in both hexes actually, yes. So the +5 to the die roll. Oh, sorry. It's minus. Sorry, this gives a -40, -20. So on average -10, and -15 because of the small target size. And I think that's it. Actually, when firing out of field work. Yeah, so actually they have an additional 1.5 times the fire strength, so they're up to 40 something, 45 maybe, so I think we're rolling on the 41 table actually, with a minus 15 because of the small size and the previous fire, but also with the plus 10 here, so with minus 5 in total on the die roll. 83. That's no morale check because it's odd, but 83 minus 5, that's in this, it's defensive fire, so they are disordered and lose 3 steps. And now, because they will collapse, because they're no longer allowed to be in line, because they go from having size 6 down to size 3, so they're no longer allowed to be in a line, so they will collapse. So we have 3 strength points divided by 2, rounded, that's 2 strength points, attacking 6 or 7 strength points here. I'll just roll first to see if we get a special result for the close combat. The French gets a 7 and the Dutch get a 5, so it's not looking good for the Dutch. So the Dutch have so what did we say? 2 to 7, that's 1 to 3. And we have 3 plus 1 minus 6 for the minor field, or minus 4 for the minor field works. So 4 minus 4, that's 0 plus 5, so they get 5. And the French have 3, and 3 minus 5 because they're shaken, so they're down to minus 2, plus 7, that's 5. So they're actually at the same value as the Dutch. So we're looking at the 1 to 3 table on 0. The attacker is routed, and the attacker loses 1 strength point. So we get, yeah, 2 losses on the Dutch and routed, and 1 loss on the French. I think the only chance here was to get the special results. That would be bad for the French, but so this unit now only has 1 strength point left. And the French has taken 1 loss here. But they're still shaken. Sorry. Wait, this one was not shaken. It was this one that was shaken. So actually, we were actually down to minus 5. And that means that the Dutch unit is eliminated, and the French one is just disordered. 3 strength points left, and they were all gone. So this one is eliminated. The leader is still here. And actually you should say before the close combat if you use the leader or not. In this case it didn't really matter. Oh, I did use the leader, but because I added his +1, so. But if you get a special result, you might lose your leader. Okay, that's the end of the Dutch activation and the first assault on Fontenoy. And I think I'll pause the video here before the next activation.